Mickey, how are you today?
Hello, Kate. I'm doing very, very well. And how about you?
All right, I have to do what?
Did it not record?
Nope, it's doing it. So it's one of those things that I have to turn sound off on Facebook or it loops.
Oh,
Yeah, and I can't look at Facebook because it's in a little time delay. So I have
right.
to shrink us a little bit and so I can see
Ooh,
the chat comments. So anyway, we are live on Facebook. So happy to have you with us. And please, when you join us, make sure you drop a comment in because I can't tell who's on unless you say hi. And I will be watching the comments, except during the meditation. But during the chat
mhm.
process, feel free to ask questions or comment, whatever it is that comes to your mind. So, Mickey, it's full
Hello.
it's full moon today. And, 2 weeks ago we met, we did new moon meditation, and we all set intentions into the universe
Yeah.
using the moon. Oh, I see we're having a little glitch here.
Are we?
We are. It kind of looks very cool. I have no idea how it's going to record, but hopefully it just kicks back in. The voice is working out okay. It's just the video on
Okay.
your side. Marianne, hello. How are you? I want to tell everybody Marianne is from Lilydale. She's a great friend, and I'm so happy that she's with us, and she's been very, very supportive of the things that I've been doing. Welcome.
Hi, and welcome to you too. Yeah.
Okay, the video is
I'm
back.
wel- I'm welcoming you too.
Thank you. Thank you. So last time we were together, we set intentions using the energy of the new moon. And Mickey is going to talk a little bit about the astrology and how that works. Today, for the full moon, we are going to be doing some energy clearing, some emotional clearing, and setting right what we may have noticed. Our thoughts might have been a little off considering what we were manifesting for. So we want to clear any little glitches that we may have occurred in these next 2 weeks and clear the path for new things that are happening.
hmm hmm
Yeah. Audrey is on. Hi,
Oh,
Audrey.
hello. Oh,
So happy to see you. Audrey she's a very long time part of our little group since 2020 when COVID hit. That's when Mickey and I and Audrey all kind of met each other. And so anyway, it's glad to see her there. She sent us a little heart. Yay. Oh, and Marianne, she says she's happy to be here. Thank you so much. And I, if you guys want to see something different than what Mickey and I are doing, so we've done these now every 2 weeks. So we're using the full moon and the new moon, but we can do other topics in between too when we see what interests lie. And if there's somebody that would like to be interviewed or talk on a special topic, we can do a speaking with Kate at any time. So please, even people that are listening to this, drop me a direct message and we can talk. All right. So Mickey, what
yes.
is going on in the astrology world today? I'm feeling amazing energies. Things feel brighter and lighter, and it's very windy here now. And I
Yeah.
think it feels like it's just blowing out the old stuff. So what's going on?
Listen, Leo, you just tickled the winds blowing your mane all over the place. Okay? And this arthritic Scorpio is pulling everything I can close to me. The thing about this that going down now, I have good news and bad news. The good news is that because it's Saturn that's entering Pisces, Saturn is the father figure. It's the whole thing about, listen, I'm telling you to do blah, blah, blah. Or it's saying, I told you before not to do that, so now I'm going to punish you because you didn't listen. It's about what you put out that comes back to you. You see what I'm saying? So whatever you've been thinking and entertaining as thoughts, it's getting ready to show you exactly what happens when you do that. Because we're at the full part of the cycle where whatever the pregnant moon is saying, okay, here we go, it's birthday time. And whatever you put out there, it's getting ready to flow back. You'll have 2 weeks of it coming back. Now, the last part of that 2 weeks means, well, yeah, you're getting what you deserve, but here's your shot to make up your mind what to put out there next time. You see what I mean? When we reach the pinnacle of, I'm going to get you back, at that point, you're admonished to, okay, let me be more careful next time. And you get ready for the new moon. You see, so we're coming downhill, but that'll be a week from now. Right now, whatever that is you put out there, it's starting to formulate and pick up momentum and say, okay, here we go. You asked for that? Oh, okay, I'll be right back. I'll get that for you. So that's kind of a way of making it, of not using all the astrological language for it. But it's daddy is shaking his finger at us all. And what did we do? Were we good or bad?
I have noticed, though, just a few days after our new moon meditation, that things started to like set a stage, like things were
Yeah,
being moved into place
right.
for what I personally was manifesting for to come, so it hasn't manifested yet, but I can feel it just
Yes,
moving pieces into place.
yes.
So like a play, it's putting the stage together, getting ready for this.
And here we are at the point. We have walked very carefully out to the end of the diving board. And we have jumped up in the air. So we're ready now. This is the part where you come down on that tip and you launch forward. You see? So here we go. Here we
Yeah.
go.
And sometimes that is the hardest part of somebody
Yeah.
to do, to take that leap of faith. But faith it is.
Yes.
And being that we are powerful manifestors, that all we have to do is have that very clear intention of what the end result is going to be.
What was
And
the first leap of faith that you ever did?
oh, I don't know, probably taking that first step when I was, 11 months old, right? Or maybe
we've
it
done
was
a lot of leaps of
coming,
faith.
or it was coming through the birth canal.
That's it. That's
That's
the
the
one.
one. Yeah, yeah.
That's the one.
Sure.
We actually change dimensions. Now,
Yes.
how can anything after that be a big, hard thing to do?
That
Look
is
at that.
that is true. But you know what? We were so fearless as children.
Exactly.
Yes,
Until
yes.
the grown-ups taught us what we were supposed to be afraid of.
Yes. And and saying that, I think they did the best they could, and I'm glad that we're
Yeah.
learning different and teaching our young people differently. Yeah.
When they said, be careful and look both ways before you cross the street, it was fantastic.
Hmm.
But when they said, after you get on the other side, don't speak to anybody and don't look at anyone as if they're worth anything, or don't look at yourself as if it was all up to you to do it. Oh, you accomplished something when you crossed it because you followed what you were told, the wisdom that was available. You assessed the options, took the wisdom, and made your play.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how we roll. That's great. That's the
Yeah.
right stuff.
Right. Marianne says, fly free and trust. And I love
Yes.
that.
Oh, I love that.
And I have to say, welcome. Martin is here. Him and Audrey have already been chit-chatting back and forth a little bit, saying hello.
Well, Marianne, I want permission to put that on a t-shirt. That's one of the best things I've ever heard. Can we talk?
Yes, fly free and trust. I do love that.
We'll have to talk about that because that is so wonderful. Don't you think?
Absolutely.
I'd wear it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, definitely. So what are we gonna do with this full moon? So our meditation is going to be about a clearing of space, clearing of energy, um, uh, aligning your heart chakra with the full moon. So last month's meditation talked about seeing the scene that we want it to manifest in the light of the silvery new
Mhm.
moon, but then at the very end it brought in the full moon's full power of shining light. So, and that's
Mhm.
where we're at right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I look forward to fine tuning because of having learned what was wrong with what I put out. By seeing what comes back, you can always trim your little bait and everything and use a different bait. And when I cast my line the next time, I'm hoping that I will have more wisdom as I do it, you
Yeah.
know? So,
Yes. And we can also use, like I said, there's already been some things that I've noticed have been put in place for my manifestation. I can now, I don't have to worry about those things. Those
right,
things are already in place. So I can change my wording ever so slightly so that it's more in line with where I'm at now.
right.
Marianne said, love and knowledge is always shareable. Feel free.
Oh, yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah. And I
Uh,
do apologize. I do not know how this is recording, but our video is being kind of weird. Do you see it, Mickey? Or is it just me?
I only had one tiny blip where
Okay.
that was true.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, we'll
just
have,
for a moment, like when you get the little pixelation of the little squares on the screen.
well, what it's doing is it changes your frame to black and white, and then it is putting my picture in black and white, two of them above you. So there's like
Really?
3 pictures in your frame. And that's what I can see.
Wow.
And it kind of winks in and out. And you were talking about changing dimensions, and
Yeah.
so it's like I have no idea what's happening. So
Hey,
I
you
don't,
guys, lighten up. Lighten
yeah,
up.
really, let us get through this and then you can mess around more. But I don't know how it's recording. It'll be interesting. So let me ask the people, Audrey and Marianne and
Martin.
Martin are over there. Are you guys seeing weird stuff happen with the video? And we'll just wait to hear from them. And
Yeah.
uh,
Hello, Martin.
yeah, so good. So Martin and Audrey, Mickey and we were like the
Four
steadfast
horsemen of the
people that,
apocalypse.
that were on when we used to do Seth Talk on Sunday afternoons. So yeah. Oh, Audrey says we saw it. And
Okay.
yes, Kate, you described it. Marianne said that. So weird. I don't know. I think maybe the dimensions are crossing a little bit, and we are looking at America to England, and
Yeah.
so we're
Yeah.
going quite a distance.
We got this.
We do. We do. At least the voice is coming through okay, I think.
Yeah.
They didn't mention the voice, but yeah.
Seems to be to me. I have had
Yeah.
no problem with the sound at all.
Good,
And
good.
that little blip that we were talking about was probably barely a second.
Okay. All right.
And
Well, you know me. I like everything to be perfect.
I can agree, said the Scorpio.
Yes. Yes, yes. So what else do we want to dig into what's going on astrology wise? So we're in Pisces now, right? We're in
Well, I was going to bring in the part about the fact that it's Pisces that Saturn is going to play in. It's just picture that this very questionable gangster. I mean, it has the capacity to be a stern father or a very loving father, but it's a very serious father. And so he walks into a room that is all decked out in pink and purple. And so it's like, what's he going to do with that? It doesn't sound all stern and serious, does it? So he
no.
may be a little disconcerted at first. And when you mentioned earlier that, well, I could feel it and I could feel it that was starting to do this and that, you do feel Saturn coming.
Yeah.
You see, it's been building up for slightly over a week of saying, I'm coming, I'm coming. Don't make me come up there. And I'm on the stairs now. I'm just almost at your room. Are you ready? I'm coming in there. It's that kind of sense of anticipation. You're getting a lot of warnings about get your act together. Be serious for a minute. It's okay to be in a pink room, but it means you have to remain aware in the back of your mind that you don't work with ink in there. Okay.
Mhm.
And one of the main things about Pisces is how it's not only highly emotional, easily influenced, but it's very, very malleable. You can do all kinds of things with the energy in there if you just know to do it. Go ahead and talk about your faith. Go ahead and have the faith, of your convictions. Just remember in the back of your head to keep the serious stuff there a little bit. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
If you're going to play with pink, you got to know not to mess around with ink and da 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 da,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So
Okay.
we'll be balanced. We can still trip the light fantastic, but you have to have on sensible shoes, not that glass stuff.
Okay. All right. Yeah. And it feels like a very easy, a very clearing, a very loving energy that is coming
It can
through.
be.
And I get the whole fatherly figure energy and very protective.
Yes,
Um,
because he does it with love. He
mhm,
doesn't want anything to happen to you. He wants
right.
you to know that if times are coming that are going to be a little bit more difficult, start now tightening your belt. You don't want to have to suddenly snatch it 5 holes further in. You've got to start now saying, well, I could buy a few less little gewgaws. I could, you know,
Mhm.
change how I'm eating. I could do this, I could do that. So that brings me back to the thing you and I were talking about the I can.
Yes.
Okay, so if you want to explain that, it's about how we're going to focus.
Yeah. So it's I can, and yes, you can add anything you want to that. I can, our teacher, Bert Goldman says, I can do
Right.
anything. So
Yeah.
I can, and it's as important as the I am. The I am and the I can are both that positive piece where you're bringing in exactly what you want to manifest.
I think the closer that we come to understanding that I can and I am are the same exact thing. Because it's difficult for us. I mean, in our dimension, we tend to separate those two concepts a lot, but actually, they're the same thing. I can because I am. And if the I am really is, I'm a manifestation of all that is, how could you dare say it's anything that you can't do?
Right, right. They
It's
go
all
absolutely hand in hand. They are together. Yeah.
they are. People kind of balk a little bit when you're trying to say that you're anything like God. But then in the next breath, they say, God is everything. But
Mhm.
if it's everything and I exist too, then I'm it. When you have a huge forest fire and you have one little lit match, they are the same thing. Fire is fire. And
Yes.
we're just arguing about how much.
Right, right. And we have been created in God's image
Yes, we
to
are it.
be, yeah. And even Jesus said how many times it's like, I haven't done anything you can't do. And you might even be able to do it better or bigger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So we're
So,
having a heck of a time following that idea.
yeah,
For
yeah.
eons, eons. Why is that so hard? And why are we so hard on ourselves that
We
we're not taking it in?
so I am powerful
Yes,
and I can do.
yes.
And that should be pretty much a mantra for everybody. There,
All
I
the
think
time.
we're crossing dimensions again. There goes the video.
I see it now. This time I see it. That is very strange.
Yes, it is. Yes. So
What is that a picture of?
I
I
I
don't know what that top part was.
It's you and me both in the
Okay.
top part.
Oh,
I know. Yeah, do 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 do. It
Well,
is. So, and I have
well,
no idea what's going to happen during the meditation. That'll probably be even a bigger thing. And,
yes, funny.
and I'm going to speak about the meditation just a little bit. The last one I did was a meditation word for word that I read that
Yeah.
Bert Pullman wrote. I chose this time I prepared nothing. I
Mhm.
am going to go into this in a similar way. I'll do the 3-to-1 count and we'll go into our heart space and do a little bit of clearing. I haven't planned anything else. So I'm just going to let spirit go and let
Okay.
it, let whatever comes through come through.
What's the
Um,
ultimate I can?
yes. And we will.
We will.
We
And
will.
we
We are. How's everybody feeling over there in the chat room? I see Martin says, I am here. Hi,
are.
Martin. I love it. Love it.
I'm always glad with Martin around.
Absolutely. Anything else that we want to talk about? So many people take the time of the full moon to put their crystals out in the moon energy
Mhm.
to clear them of whatever they've collected through the last
Yeah.
month. So it's a time where you can clear energies from objects. They're still thoughts, they're still energy, just like we are. But we can also clear our own energies. We can clear energies that are around us that don't belong to us. We can clear emotional stuff. And when we go into this meditation, use that intention to clear and to have only what is for your highest and best good around you, because that's what we hope for. And I can do this. I can do this. I can clear my own field and I can be safe and I can be amazing.
Yes, I
It's a
agree.
it's a lot of I cans. Yeah.
Well, one of the things that you can do, which I have only learned about in the last 6 months, when you are approaching, when you're about to have the new moon, I put something in the room that wasn't in there. Something I like or care about or whatever, some small thing. It could be a favorite earring, it could be a little piece of chocolate, whatever it is, but you bring something into your main room and you put it there. Okay, so I am an open flow, I am allowing. And then when you approach the full moon, you take something out of the room that shouldn't have been there. Not the thing you brought in. You can do whatever you like with that after that. But you look then at the room. You've been living with a room that has something new that's come in, and now it's time to take out something that you actually really meant to, oh, I think I want that in a different place.
Mhm.
But this is your I can. I can bring in and I can get rid of whatever.
Absolutely.
Fine in my space before, or I got along fine without it before. But the can is about I can make decisive change.
Mhm.
I'm
Yes.
sweetening the change. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. And
Oh,
you're talking a little bit of feng shui there, which,
yes,
Bert teaches a lot of that, and that helps with the flow of energy in the space where you
yes.
live. Yeah.
It's where you learn
Hmm.
to adjust the vibrations that are functioning around you.
Hmm.
And it's an important thing to become sensitive to.
Yeah.
And if you have any doubt that, well, I can't do that, I don't know what to bring in, you don't think about it. You just simply move one very small thing, either in or out, and you
Hmm.
get used to the fact that you can.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Little baby steps always. And if you can, and you're doing it with intentional for your highest good, it's going to work out fine. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not
Oh,
asking you to burn your couch. No.
what's that? Might need to. But I'm just really so psyched about the meditation today because I just have this lovely feeling about what's released with this full moon, and it's already in place.
It is.
in the world. It's done its thing. It's starting to do its role toward, the next part of the cycle.
That absolutely true. And that brings me to something I almost forgot to mention is this is the last full moon of the winter season. So
Oh,
not right. So not only, so this is like the end of the astrology year. We're now moving into the energy of the spring where there's
yes.
new life, there's new birth, you've got things growing. I mean, I've got daffodils coming up out front already, and it's New York and it's the beginning of March and I have daffodils and
We're going
crocuses.
toward Easter and all that stuff.
Right. A lot of growth, new birth, new beginnings. So this clearing is really clearing not just the last 2 weeks or the last month. It's clearing the whole last year.
Oh,
This, yeah.
big cycle. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anything that has been in your life that you don't think has been serving your highest good, this is the time to, say, I can remove that. I
Yes.
can, replace it with something that does serve my highest good. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. This is all about freedom. This is about the freedom to think, the
Mhm.
freedom to understand that you can.
I love that. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, but we have to start there.
Mhm.
Because this whole thing about trying to put forth intentions and set goals and change this and change that, it does not happen until you believe it can. Not that it will. Will comes after the fact that you believe it can. You see, you can't will something to happen if you don't think it's possible. So you
Absolutely.
first have to get that together in your head,
Mhm.
get your faith together.
Yes. And I think that's where I have personally had trouble in the past where I say, well, I want this, but do I deserve this or can I really do that? So then I put into the universe a like shaky thing. It's like, oh, does she want it? Doesn't she want it? You know, so it's a time to be decisive and it's time to make clear. And it's such a beautiful thing that once a month, and actually anytime during the month, but especially when we come together for the full moon, it's a time to set those thought processes and make them very clear for what we want. So we get a do-over all the time.
Well, the biggest do-over is the fact that you get a baker's dozen. With the new moons and full moons, it's not just 12, one for each month. There's actually 13.
Right.
What
Yes.
more can you ask?
Yes. I know August we have a blue moon. I'm so excited about
Yeah.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll be together twice in August for the full
Well,
moon.
when we get together for the blue moon, we all have to sing it.
Okay. And we should wear blue. You're wearing blue. I love that. Love that.
Can you imagine us all singing blue?
Well, I guess I'll have to phone up
Well,
on that one.
right, silly bunch. We can manage that.
We certainly could. Absolutely. All right. Well, do you think that we're get ready for the meditation?
Yes, ma'am.
You think
Yeah.
so? Okay, so I am going, go ahead and mute yourself, Mickey, and I'm going to pin myself so that, or you can even stop your video so that way, you can meditate in peace without thinking about, being on screen. Let's see, I'm going to pin me. Okay, there I am. All right. So all that you guys need to do is just close your eyes, get very comfortable, and just relax. And we're going to do the 3 to 1 count. So it's take a deep breath in and visualize and say to yourself the number 3 times. 3, 3, 3. And another deep breath. 2, 2, 2. Another deep breath in. 1, 1, 1. And now you are in a deeper state of mind, a beautiful state of mind where you can do, you can think, You can do anything you desire. Say to yourself, I can do. I can do. Now I'm going to ask that we walk down a beautiful staircase, and you can use the visualization that the staircase is carpeted, very thick and plushy under your feet, your bare feet. And there's a beautiful handrail to the right that's wooden and it's smooth. To your left is a waterfall. You can hear the water rushing over the rocks, landing in the water below. And you're going to walk down these steps, one step at a time, very slowly, and you're going to end up at your heart space. So I'll count down with you. As you go down the step, you're on the 10th step. 9, 8, feeling the beautiful thick carpet between your toes. 7, 6, feeling the smooth wood under your right hand. 5, 4, hearing the sound of the water of the waterfall. 3, 2, you can even feel the mist on your face, and the sound is getting louder and louder. 1, you are on the bottom step now, and the waterfall is right next to you. And the water is clearing away energies, emotions, anything that doesn't serve your highest good. It's clearing it away and cleansing it as water does. Water is just energy moving, and it's strong. And as you're in this heart space, feel the love that is there. Feel the love that is you. Release any energies, any old memories, any old thoughts, anything that you want to release that isn't yours, or something that you might even just want to let go of. You can release it in this beautiful space of love and just point it towards that waterfall, and it'll just carry it away, far away from you. And when you're in this space, you can think about clearing things in your home, your rocks, your crystals, whatever you want to do to clear and make pristinely clean, you can do in this space. Feel the love that you have here. Clear all the energies that you want gone. You are making yourself a blank canvas for new, beautiful things to come into your life. Now I would like for you to imagine a door, beautiful door. Make it ornate. This door opens outward. See the door. Walk near the door. You can touch the door. It might be wooden. It might be metal. Whatever door you want to make is okay. It'll be perfect for you. Now I'm going to count to 3, and when I do, this door is going to open. And on the other side of this door is a place that you want to go to, where you're going to meet guides, whatever it is that you are trying to bring into your life. And it could be different for everyone. So I'm going to make this very, very vague and open so that you can experience exactly what you need to experience. I will describe what I'm seeing as I open this door. So I'm going to count to 3. 1, 2, the door is starting to open. It opens outwards. 3, the door is open. Now you can step over this threshold, and you may be inside and you may be outside. The scene is entirely up to you. So let's walk out of this door into the scene. Now, with your intention, you can ask what you would like to see in your life. Do you want to see guardians, angels? Do you want to talk to your higher self? Do you want to change something about your life? This is the place where you can do it. So you're going to walk into this space, whether it be outdoors or indoors, and find a place to just sit. Could be a chair or a couch, could be a bench, could be the grass. Just find a place to sit that is comfortable for you. And still with your eyes closed, you can ask questions, something that you really want an answer to. Or you can ask that good things be brought into your life. Now I'm going to give you a few moments and I'll be silent, and you can ask your questions, ask to see your guides, whatever. This one is so open-ended. So go ahead, do this now. Now I would like for you to imagine the beautiful light, the silvery light of the full moon to shine down on you in your scene. If you're inside, it's coming through a window. If you're outside, it is high in the sky. But it is lighting you, and it is making you lighter. It is a beautiful feminine energy, a grandmother energy that is very loving, very caring, very soothing. And it is telling you to love yourself and care for yourself and forgive yourself. That you can do anything. Feel that beautiful energy swirling all around you. And there's so much gratitude for the love that the universe shows each one of us. Now, if beings were present in your scene, now is the time to thank them, that you have gratitude that they show up. Thank them for their answers. Thank them for helping you clear. And if there were actual beings, just at the time that you could give them a hug, show them your appreciation. I'll give you some time. Now, as our energy fields are completely clear and clean, it's time now that we're going to turn back and go through the door. And again, I will count to 3. And on the count of 3, you will be inside your heart space again. 1, 2, 3. You're inside your heart space and the door is closing. You're back in this space with the waterfall, still cleansing and clearing. And we have so much gratitude for this energy that is just circling around us, loving us, giving us the confidence that we can do. We can create. We can manifest. We can have the best life that we can imagine. So imagine the life, the most spectacular life that you want to have. And know that it can be so. Sit with this for a few minutes in your heart space, loving yourself, caring for yourself. No regrets. We're moving forward with that I can do attitude. Now I want you to know that you can come back to this space anytime you wish, especially before sleep. And it will help you fall asleep to be in this space. Just do the 3 to 1 count. Count down from 10 to 1. Going deep inside yourself. And from there, you can go anywhere you wish. Now I'm going to ask you to take a couple of deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Another one. Wiggle your fingers and your toes and maybe, maybe stretch a little bit. Mm. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Oh, come back to the room when you're ready. Always when you're ready. Okay, I'm gonna unpin myself. Maybe. I don't know how to do it. Hmm. Well, remove pin. Oh, I see it. Remove pin. There I am. Hi, Mickey.
Hello.
How
That
are
was
you?
very nice. Very, very, very nice. I had big fun.
Tell me, were you inside or outside in yours?
I was mostly outside.
Yeah, I was too. I was sitting on the grass.
Yeah, I was out in a really beautiful place. I reached it through the old path and into a secluded area. Wasn't exactly a woods, just a nice, quiet, rolling kind of open space with pretty colors. And it's very interesting because a lot of things started to happen. A lot of folks showed up from other places, other dimensions, and just almost literally came running to, okay, while we've got the chance, let's do this and this and this and this, pick this,
Oh,
do this and just that. And it went on and on and on. And they quite literally put me in a coma while they worked.
mm,
It's like, okay, you're already out to some extent. Let's take this opportunity to just, go for it. And so I was unaware after a certain point. I kept seeing things, but I was in a distant space, so to speak. So
okay.
once I came to be comfortable with that, once I came to understand that's what was going on, I just relaxed into it, you know. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
good. And as we came back, just before you started speaking again, it was like, oh, okay, now you can be aware again. So that's okay. I didn't even realize I wasn't aware until after I was re-released back to myself, so to speak.
Okay. Yeah.
So, here,
Interesting.
take the helm. We give
Interesting.
this back. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
But
Very
these
nice.
are these are sensations of consciousness and existence that I was very unfamiliar with. It's not like this was my higher self that I know very well and
Mm-hmm.
this, that. These were very unusually distant, and the word aunt and uncle kept coming up. Not literally, but
Mm-hmm.
in the sense of being removed from your norm of
Mm-hmm.
who your close family. These were from somewhere else. That's all
Okay.
I can say.
Wow. Interesting.
It was a lovely feeling. The sound of your voice, I was made aware to pay attention to the fact of it because it's such a gift.
Oh, thank you.
It
Thank
is. It really, literally is a gifted tool that can be used. It just slips you right where you need to go. And that's just such a nice, lovely gift, talent to have.
Thank you. Somebody once told me that I have how did they word it? They said I have a grade school teacher voice. And I'm like, oh, I thought it was like a rocking the baby to sleep voice.
I would say, in grown-up terms, it's a guru voice. It's
There, okay.
There's something about the vibration range that you fall into. It's after the very first part where you're counting, and then you start to lead us down a path that seems to appear in front of us as the words flow. You know what I mean?
I do. And I know that when I'm doing this kind of just on the fly, I go into those meditative
Yeah.
states right along with you all.
Yeah, we could feel you were too, and that you were somehow being led to lead.
Yeah, and it's very different than the one I did last time when I
Yeah.
actually read someone else's words. Yeah.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
aware of that. But this is something where I'm very aware that something's being poured in to flow right out through you,
Mhm.
through your mouth. I mean, it's pouring in from the top, so it hits your brain
Yep.
and comes right out your mouth, and we all go sliding along on the wave.
Yeah.
We're
Um,
surfing.
and this one felt like everything was so open. It was so like I didn't want to lead anybody to any particular place. It was
Right.
like this was all about each person's, was going to find what they needed to find,
Mhm.
whether it be a person or an animal or a location or, very open-ended and very personal. So Audrey, she was outside as well. Anybody else that's on chat that wants to make any comments, I'm more than happy to read them. Just pop them up while Mickey and I are chatting here about our experiences.
Mhm.
So it is a little bit, once I'm quiet, I did open my eyes and I looked at the clock and because
Oh.
it's kind of, I still have to be a little bit aware of what's happening in my surroundings. Um, so I don't think I can go as deep as you all can go, but clearly there was things that happened and people around me, and what the guidance I was getting was what to do next. Like
Mhm.
everything was the next step, the next step.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I remember at the point when you said, okay, so I'm going to give you some space to do that. The first time you did it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I remember making note in my head that that was perfect timing. That was perfect timing. The whoever it was that was helping me, contributing or downloading into me, was kind of nodding like, yep, yep, that's the good spot to do that. Yep, yep. Leave
Okay.
them, let them go for it on their own at that spot. And so it
Mm-hmm.
was very agreeable within the context of the flow.
Beautiful.
It was perfect, perfect.
Good.
And then the second time as well, you said it again.
I
And it's
did. Yeah.
great. It
Yeah.
was timing is just absolutely, oh, as we say over here, tickety boo.
Oh, I never heard that before, but you know what? My guys on the other side, they know how to push things along and
Yeah.
I it's been years, but I trust what I'm getting from them, that it's exactly what the particular group needs at that time. And that includes the people that watch this
We'll see it later
much later. Yeah, it
on the
will be
replay.
exactly right for them as well. So,
It's like the trail of breadcrumbs that are laid down that is for whoever to follow that comes along later.
yeah.
It's
And
still a place.
it was so important that they wanted me to let everyone know that they can do this on their
Yes.
own. They can go to these places, yeah, especially before bedtime, and it's an easy way to meditate, to ask questions, to get your answers, or just relax in that space of oneness. Like that is the beauty. You're going in your heart space where, I mean, what did they say? Look within yourself for God. So
There's
you're
nothing
going
set
to
apart.
that place, where it is safe, and it's very secure, and it's all yours. And to ask your questions, to thank your beings for being there, it's just it's a beautiful practice that you can have. And people think, oh, well, I can't do this on my own, I need guidance, or I need journeying or whatever. You don't. You can do this.
No,
Yeah.
no, I just love that it's when you think about the fact there are 8 billion people on the planet and every meditative room is different
Yeah.
and totally unique. No one else has your heart space but you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that I love. You don't
Hey,
get more exclusive than that.
thank you, Martin. Martin says Kate's voice meditates us well.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, thank you so much. And it's the thing I love to do the most.
Yeah.
I love
We
to
can
do
tell.
these. Well, yeah. And when I was in Egypt, I got very clear from my guides that, you don't know these things to keep them to yourself. You need to share these things. You need to share your knowledge. You need to share
Oh,
the voice.
but
So, oh, that's fine. So, Martin and Audrey, I don't know if Marianne is still with us. How did you do? So Audrey was outside. How were you, Martin? Were you inside or outside? You go so deep and so far whenever you meditate with us. So I'm always interested to hear what you're receiving.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, it was particularly pleasant today. It
Wonderful.
was cleansing, like you said.
It does feel that way,
It
and
was
I've
building. It was turning loose. So
mhm,
that's
mhm.
an important difference for everyone to realize and be aware of. I love that
Nice.
about it.
Nice. Well, I don't see any questions. I don't see any more comments for right now. And Mickey and I will, look at this as the days go on and see what kind of comments are there, or if there's
Oh, yeah.
questions, we'll do our best to answer them. But like I said before, anybody that might want to, do a speaking with Kate and, an interview or a special topic, if you want to know about a special topic, and if Mickey and I aren't versed on it, I will try to find somebody that is.
Yeah.
And, I want this to be a place for this group to grow and to learn and to experience the things that you guys want to experience.
Well, we have tricks up our sleeve. So
Say that again,
we
Mickey.
have tricks up our sleeve to come.
Yeah, Mickey's
So
working hard. Yeah.
I will just say, keep in mind the phrase toolbox.
Toolbox. I love that. I love that. And everybody
After
that's
I can, you gotta go toolbox.
That's right. And everybody that's here is here to learn more and experience everything. That's one of my mantras I say every day. And I'm
I
like, I
love it.
am here experiencing everything.
Yes,
And I welcome it all,
I love it. I love it. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
so glad to see
I am
everyone.
too.
I should say to feel everyone, but that's my feeling.
I am so happy that everybody here joined us, and those that are joining us later, you're
Yeah.
welcome too. And stay tuned for more, next one. I haven't even looked it up when the next one is, but I'll definitely get it on here. Anything else you want to add, Mickey?
No, just that I love you all, and this is such great fun. I
I
like it.
know. I love you all too. Thank you, Marianne. It's been wonderful. Martin and Audrey, it's so good to have you back again. I love it. I love it. And Mickey, as always, you're my counterpart. I love you dearly.
Yeah, I love you too. So,
Audrey said, love you guys with a big heart. Love you, Audrey.
this is fun.
It is. This is the fun part. I love this part. It's just nice that we're all together again.
Yes, I
Yeah.
enjoy this. We're going through. We got this.
Yeah. Well, don't forget to put your crystals out in the moonlight tonight. Anything else?
Well,
You
you
know?
can run some water, just let them sit under a stream of running water for about 5-10 minutes beforehand, and then out to the room they go.
Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. And don't forget to just step outside and look up.
Yes,
I
especially
love it.
if you can do it with bare feet.
Oh, it's cold here. I don't know
I
about bare
know,
feet.
even for a second,
Just
the
for, okay.
connection to the earth allows some amazing energy and earthing to happen. So,
Okay. All right. I will do that. I will do that. Audrey says it does her heart good. So
yes,
We love you, Audrey. You too,
Audrey does
Martin.
my heart good.
Marianne, thank you so much. And we will see you again in around 2 weeks. All
Right.
But
Good
stay
night.
tuned for more information. Love
Bye-bye.
you all. Bye-bye.